is Mayu and welcome to another Fun Friday video. Every Friday, I try to do something new, fun, or challenging. Before I begin today's video, I'm really excited to announce my first ever full-color storybook I made with my brother called Uncanceling Christmas: How Santa Saved Christmas During the Pandemic. I'll show some sample pages at the end of this video. And now for today's art challenge. Many of you have been waiting for this, and I'm really happy to say that I'm doing part 4 of my Draw One Character in 10 Styles series. This time I'll be drawing and designing Baby Yoda in 10 different art styles from other fandoms. Many of you have been suggesting other styles that I haven't really drawn in before, so I'll try to do some of those today. I wonder how he's gonna look like. I think the eyes are gonna be really interesting because Baby Yoda has these gigantic, adorable dark eyes. And I just wonder how that's gonna look like in this style because Powerpuff Girls, they also have gigantic, adorable eyes, but they look very different. One of the things that made me a little bit nervous when I was designing my Baby Yoda in this style was the fact that I didn't really want to give my design any hair, and I'm so used to seeing Powerpuff Girls or characters in that style with lots of hair in various different hairstyles. So I was thinking, is it still gonna look okay without any hair? Because I'm used to seeing like the tops of their circular eyes. Like they're always kind of either covered with their hair or like with I guess eyebrows and certain expressions, but for my Baby Yoda, he's not gonna have any hair. As I was finishing the design, I thought this is actually looking pretty good. So I did like the design in the end. I feel it reminds me of the character, and it also looks like he can belong in this universe. Oh, by the way, thank you all for your understanding, love, and support on my early morning post yesterday. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, what do you think of his name? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Aw, his body is so tiny. Alright, some of you have been asking for more Among Us drawings, so I hope you enjoy seeing Baby Yoda as a crew member or imposter? This is gonna be quite different from the last time I did something from the Among Us fandom where I drew the human version of crew versus imposter. That one was pretty interesting. Even though this style is really simplistic, sometimes I feel the simpler a style is, it could also be more challenging because I need to incorporate more features or elements of the character into this style with the least amount of lines or details. So it forces me to think in a different way, and I find that very interesting as a challenge. I'm glad you enjoyed my pretty boys from last week's video, and thank you all for your likes, comments, and creative name ideas. I'm planning to do some more coloring videos in the future. If you got my second coloring book called Pop Culture Reimagined Adult Coloring Book, and my third coloring book called Gothic Cuties, that is super, then we can color together. I'm looking forward to it. Do you want him to be a crewmate or imposter? Some of you have been asking for Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts to be in one of my styles videos, and I'm glad you've been suggesting that because I was looking into this show and I just love how they design like the characters, the people, like her hair looks really interesting, and also the how they handle the different elements of the clothing and the eyes. So all in all, I think this style is really interesting. It's quite different, and I'm excited to turn Baby Yoda into a character in this universe. For this style, I wanted to keep my lines rigid and straight and the points sharp, so I try not to do too many soft, curvy lines. It'll be interesting to see if I can make a character look adorable with just sharper lines, because usually baby characters and cuddly looking characters tend to have really soft edges. and they tend not to have too many sharp points. One of my favorite things about this style is how they treated the eyes. I like how their eye shapes are they look like diamond shapes, and the insides of the eyes, like with the pupil on the highlight and the uneven line width in the irises, I thought that was interesting. So I tried to incorporate that into my Baby Yoda, but instead of having the pupils and the irises kind of small, because Baby Yoda does have those really large, gigantic pupils, I did want to make them quite big. So it looks a little different from some of the characters I've seen, but I still think it looks like he belongs in this universe. And it just, like, look at those eyes. Aww. They're so, like, I don't know, it looks like he can stare into my soul. If you're a fan of this show, please let me know why you like it in the comments. Here's another style that I have not shown on my channel before. Thank you for suggesting me to draw something in the Ed, and Eddy style. Yep, you asked for it. It was really interesting to explore this style and create something in this universe because I usually don't draw like this. The lines are quite like squiggly, and the forms of the characters it looks very random and like loose, and I'm more used to drawing characters that have a well-formed shapes and structure. So it's nice to kind of get away from that and just do something that's really different. For my Baby Yoda design, I just went crazy. And so normally I don't draw eyes that are different shapes and sizes from each other. And the line work was also quite different. I like how I can go really, really thick and then sometimes really thin. And it's just really it's very spontaneous and free. What an adorable face. And now it's time for my little Yoda. So like how I did with my Pikachu 10 styles, I'm not going to turn Yoda into like a pony. It's just going to be Baby Yoda in the style of My Little Pony. And I'm going to use my colored brush pen to do the outlines, since this style has colored outlines. I think one of the great things about doing art is that you can learn how to do things or design things from other people. And in this case, I love to learn from others, like especially how different styles or different shows handle different characters, designs, and features. I think that's a great way to learn, especially I remember when I was younger, I would always learn from other people, like how they would draw and design different things. And eventually I developed my own style. And it really helped my creativity, and that's one of the reasons why I keep making books and ebooks for you, because I know it's really hard to do art by yourself. Especially, I remember when I was young, I would always get frustrated sometimes because things were just not turning out the way I wanted to, and I didn't have any art teacher or any YouTube for that matter to show me how to do certain things. So I'm glad that I'm able to keep making how to draw ebooks and workbooks for you. It's like having me as your own personal art buddy to show you how to do things step by step. And I'm glad that you are finding my ebooks helpful. Keep up the good work, everyone. Keep drawing. The more you draw, the better you draw. Originally, I was going to draw his ears with more detail, but upon looking at that and the My Little Pony style, I thought it was just a little bit too detailed for this world. So I went back to something really simple, and I think that fits much better. If he did have a cutie mark, what would it be? Okay, this style was suggested by my brother. He likes Star Wars, but he thinks it'll be really interesting for me to draw a Star Wars character in the world of Star Trek. Oh yeah, I am so going there. I'm glad I'm able to get some newer shows into this video. It has been a very long time since I watched anything Star Trek. I used to watch like the original series when I was really young. I vaguely remember that, but I haven't seen this show yet. I think the designs and the characters and the style is interesting, and I think Baby Yoda is gonna look pretty interesting as well. Because the line quality is quite light and thin, I had to be really careful with my brush pen when I was inking my drawing to not put too much pressure on it, so then the lines won't have too much weight to it. And I have to say that inking like this, and especially around those round eyes or any curved lines, was quite challenging because I had to keep my control of my hand really steady. Some of you were asking me what kind of supplies I use. You might have missed my previous videos when I announced my Mayu bookstore on Amazon, but no worries. I've collected most of the art supplies that I've used in my videos for your convenience in one place. The link is below, and I hope this helps you find what you're looking for. Just a fun thought, what if Star Trek and Star Wars actually did a collab? It has been a while since I drew something from the Zelda fandom, so I wanted to reimagine Baby Yoda as a character in Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I think this game's style, aesthetic is really, it's really distinctive. I love how they do their eyes and the eyebrows, like the little arched eyebrows. I think that's interesting. And also the brushwork of their 2D art. Like the pictures of the characters, they have these lines that look kind of coarse, and it looks like really interesting brushwork. So I was really excited to be able to experiment with that because I usually don't ink art like that. So it's a nice chance to try something different. I like how sometimes the lines and the inking, they come out and they don't necessarily join in with the other lines, so it gives that interesting, almost like the hand-drawn feel. I think I like this aesthetic because it looks very simple, but it has that rough quality to it. If you like, you can see how I turned Princess Zelda into a Disney princess in this previous video. And the princess designs in that video are also in my Pop Culture Reimagined adult coloring book, as well as my first art book. If you want to color in my popular reimagined designs, including lots of princesses from some of my past videos, and put your own unique touch to them, and if you want to collect my full color artwork, get them from my Mayu bookstore on Amazon in the video description. Somehow in this style, Baby Yoda looks like a character that's both very young, but also very wise. Here's another fandom that I haven't really touched yet on my channel until now. Dexter's Laboratory has really interesting character designs, and I would love to see how Baby Yoda can look like in this universe. One of the challenging things about drawing in this style was the fact that I couldn't really, at the beginning, I didn't really know how to handle Baby Yoda's eyes. I was looking at the different shapes that Dexter and the other characters have, and I was thinking at first to go with gigantic oval eyes. Sometimes when he's surprised, he has those big giant eyes. But when I was doing the concept sketches, it just didn't really look like Baby Yoda much. It kind of looked like he was wearing goggles or something, so yeah, I had to play around with that a little bit, and then I looked at how sometimes Dexter has the, when he is frowning or something, his eyes kind of looks like a sideways letter B. So then I kind of flipped that around to make my character look more cheerful. I think it fits nicely in this style. It was a lot of fun doing the bold black outlines. It's just nice to just get all the ink in there. I had to also summarize a lot of the facial details and the ridges on his head into just a few strokes. Alright, I've been waiting to draw something in the Gorillaz style for a while now. And I really remember, like, when I first saw some of their music videos, I was in awe of their artistic style and their aesthetic and just the character designs in general. I think the eyes especially are quite iconic. You may have noticed that the styles I've done in this video so far are on the simpler side. Now I want to do something that's a little bit more rounded and realistic, and the last style will be, let's just say it's quite different. I love the line quality and the graceful variations between thick and thin. That's one of my favorite things about this style. For my design, I made sure to keep the nose area quite small looking, so he'll look cute. I made the mouth kind of small as well, but I really like how in the style the mouths have these sharp looking lips. So I got something of that kind of shape into my design as well. And then the eyes, oh, I love the eyes. I knew I need to make them a lot bigger for my character, but still I think, especially when this is all colored in, I think it's gonna look quite striking. I think it's interesting how this design could look a little creepy, maybe to some people, but also, I guess at the same time for me it looks cute as well. I don't know, I think it's just that balance of that little body and the round head with those, those eyes. Now I want to go in a different direction. I think this last style is gonna be really interesting and fun to draw. Let's see how Baby Yoda, cuddly, soft little Baby Yoda, is gonna look like as a Transformer. So I had to think in a completely different way. I had to abandon all of the lines that I like to usually draw that makes my characters look organic, and just forget about all that and instead try to create and build pieces and parts upon pieces and parts to make this look like cuteness in disguise. Sketching this out with my peach colored animation pencil was actually not as challenging as I thought it would be, but inking was definitely quite a challenge. I didn't want to use any rulers or anything. I wanted to just ink this freehand because I still wanted to get that hand-drawn feeling in there. But yeah, definitely drawing straight lines with my inking pen, that was a little hard. But I'm really glad about how this is turning out. I was holding my breath at some points because I really didn't want any sudden slight movement to move my hand by accident. I do think that this looks really nice with the kind of organic looking penmanship but with straight lines. I also remember some of you were asking for the Transformer style, so I hope you enjoy this. It was a lot of fun coloring my Baby Yoda Transformer in with all the various different like greens and leaving some of the highlights in there for the metallic shiny effect. Yeah, it was really cool to get more color variation in here. All the metallic blending and layering of colors kind of reminded me when I reimagined Iron Man as an Iron Princess. And also when I drew myself as a Lego minifig in my first 10 Styles challenge. Let me know which of these styles was your favorite, and also which one of these Baby Yodas do you want for yourself? Please share in the comments below. If you want to see part 5, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already so you won't miss my weekly videos. Let me know in the comments which other characters or styles you want to see me draw in the future. I will see you next Fun Friday. Now I'll show you some sample pages from Uncanceling Christmas, How Santa Saved Christmas During the Pandemic. This is my first picture book with my brother, so we're a sibling author team. Yay! I'm super happy how this book turned out. I really like my brother's writing. This is a charming picture book of our original creation for these historic times and great for children, your younger family members, and those who are young at heart. I illustrated this storybook with gorgeous pictures and adorable characters. Uncanceling Christmas will be a great story for the whole family to enjoy. Imagine you're reading this book to younger family members or they're reading this themselves. This book helps spread the joy and spirit of the holidays, especially these special holidays. I'm thinking, when kids grow up and they look back on these historic times, this book will be a memory and a historic keepsake. You still have time for paperback shipping? Get them soon, and they make a great stocking stuffer. Meanwhile, the ebook is convenient and instant. The ebook and paperback versions are on my Mayu bookstore on Amazon. The link is below. Get them now to beat the holiday rush. Draw better expressions, eyes, hands, hairstyles, outfits, and cute things for your own OCs. Collect my ebooks. They're like your own MOBA art teacher. Get them and start drawing better today. Download info for Apple, Kindle, Android, and Kobo are in the video description.